And there's more space weather! And when I say there's more space weather, I mean geomagnetic conditions are relaxing. We've got this massive coronal hole, which is now setting, along with a sunspot, which is degrading, another coronal hole rising, and a new sunspot, 2722, is on the scene. Take a look at solarham.net, that is. Take a look at the 2722 sunspot. There you go. Beta class. Not particularly exciting, but it is a sunspot, which is more than no sunspot. Now let's take a look at the magnetic fields, which are very skewed right now. There you go. The main Earth-facing one is coming out of that sunspot. 2722 is on the scene. What other data do we got? Well, let's go to spaceweathernews.com. Right. So, the X-ray flux is coming up off the floor. It was about as low as it could possibly get. I mean, the scale is actually too big for the low levels of energy in the X-ray flux. The BTBZ had a large divergence, but now it is experiencing a convergence. Meanwhile, the phi angle has moved a little bit. Actually, let's take a look at the real time. Here we go. Here's the 1 minute update straight from Discover. Solar wind density, 4.94 cubic protons per centimeter. Protons per cubic centimeter, I should say. Solar wind, 552, which is very high. We are still in the coronal wind stream. The coronal hole wind stream, that is. So, that's a pretty high rating for that. Now, the magnetometer is leveling out. It's around 80 nanotesla right now. So keep an eye on that. We're not sure where that's going to go. Probably down. But again, keep an eye. X-ray flux is, again, coming up off the floor. The KP index has settled itself back to 1. We are expecting that to go up soon. And last but not least, the electron flux is currently leveled off. Prediction is that this is going to drop as it did yesterday. Keep an eye out for that. That is typically associated with coronal hole proton events. Last but not least, the F2 ionosphere layer is pretty basic looking right now. At a KP of 1, it's probably going to go down. Let's close it out with a view from a different wavelength. How about 171 angstroms? By the way, thank you for the subscriptions, the comments, all the likes. Our last video went over 500 views before we could even realize it was over 200 views. And our number of subscribers went from 40 to where it is now before we were able to even celebrate being at 50. So thanks very much. Please share the videos, and we appreciate your support.